You're listening to the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast with your hosts, Chad and Dale.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast. I'm Chad.
I'm Dale.
So we're doing things a little differently right now. Game 5 is currently still happening. There is 6 minutes and change left in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Leafs are down 6-0. We didn't want to wait till the end of the game.
What's the point?
So we're going to talk about it. So they lose this game. It could be 7-0, 6-1 by the time we're done this. Doesn't really matter. It was a shit show.
Yeah, the game. Oh, absolute shit show. The game will. We still have it on in the background, but the game will be over. Well, the game's already over, but the game will officially end by the time we're done this podcast. But listen, brother, listen, man. I'm gonna do everything in my power to be slightly chill here tonight, but there's gonna be moments where it's just not gonna be possible. It's just not going to be possible. We've got a Matt 6-0 currently as we stand here. Chad, when is the last time? We've been doing this a long time, okay? When is the last time after a playoff game that we didn't even wait until the end of the game to be like, let's just fucking do the podcast? Have we ever done that?
No, we've never done it. Game 5 against Ottawa, we were both like, this game's over. They have no life. But we still didn't give up on them. But it was like second period, man. Second period, we were like, do you want to just do it? Like, what's the point in waiting? They're going to lose. It's really disheartening because I actually believed that they might win this game. I actually believed that they would. I actually believed that this was going to be different, that these guys were different this year and they lost the 2 in Florida, but they were going to come home. They were going to step on the gas and come out and give it to Florida. It was the exact opposite. They went into a shell and just got fucking pumped.
As we are currently speaking, Matt Murray is in net. So
you called it. You got to stop talking about Matt Murray.
Well, dude,
coming into the net, because every time you do, he finds his way into the net.
It is what it is, though, right? Like, I mean, it is what it is, brother. Like, I mean, I thought Joseph Woll was awesome in the first period. I really did. He kept them in. Like, what did they have? What did the Panthers have? 20 shots in the first period. I thought Joseph Woll was the only reason they were in the game again. And like, okay, so here they get a late pull by Woll in the third period, and they put Murray into just, I don't even know what. We'll get more into the goaltending going into game 6 here towards the end, but I got a ton of shit to say, as I'm sure you do as well. But yeah, Matt Murray, right? Like, here he is in net again, once again for the fucking Leafs, and not once again, first time ever, I think, in the playoffs for the Leafs. But look, 6-0, just absolute pure ass kicking performance by the Florida Panthers tonight, dude. Look. I'm going to start heavy and hard here. I'm not going to try to go bananas. Once we get into 34-16, things might loosen up a bit and I might go bananas. But I'm going to start with this, Chad. There is something. This series isn't over. It's not, but it feels that way, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Okay. So with that, and we'll get more into that too, but is there not something fundamentally wrong here? I want to start there. Is there not? I want your thoughts on and your opinions on this. Is there not something fundamentally wrong with this hockey team?
Yeah, absolutely, 100% there is. This is the 9th year that these guys have been together, and this is one of the worst playoff games they've ever played. In a time when, like, you needed something, the fans needed something, and this is the performance you give? And I texted you. What did I say to you? I'm like, every ingredient has changed in this room. From the goalie to the defense, the bottom 6, there's only one ingredient that stayed the same the whole time.
Yeah.
And look at the performance that they put out on that ice. Something is fundamentally wrong. If that's the performance you're going to give after 9 years of playoff, unsuccess, no success in the playoffs.
Sorry, brother. You did fail to mention in the text that, like, you didn't throw in the room. You just said like something is like I forget what you said. I don't have it in front of me right this second, but you said like you didn't throw in the room. So that's why like I replied back to you. I'm like, are you talking the core? Are you talking Shanny or both or what? Because I didn't know exactly what you were talking about there. But I think it's fair to say, well, probably both. Probably.
Yeah, probably both. I just meant the guys on the ice.
Well, yeah,
That's what I meant by that. Is just
it's it's a serious problem. It's a
it
serious
is.
problem. Like we're 2 games now. Okay. Like they can't score a goal. Cannot score a
No,
fucking goal.
as of right now, they still haven't scored. While they're still playing while recording this, still haven't scored. Last goal they scored, Riley shot one off Florida's hand and in the net.
Like even if they do score here, it's 6-0. Okay, 6-1, great. Maybe they buried 2 late. I highly doubt that, but okay, can't score a fucking goal. Like just you said, shit show, absolute no show. In the biggest game of most of these guys' careers, no show. Like I'm still, it's still like I'm trying to process it, Chad. I really am, but I'm having a difficult time wrapping my head around anything other than it. We thought things were different, but they're not, or it's just it's it's the Panthers, and that's
No, it's not. It's no. The Panthers are a great team. Like they're the defending Stanley Cup champions. But let's face it, you were up 3-1 in game 3. You had a chance to put this team down 3-0. So you can beat the Florida Panthers. Yeah, they played a great game tonight,
Well,
but
I don't think you can beat the Florida Panthers. If you were
no,
talking
I
about,
mean, you've proved that you can if you want to.
I don't think so. You like it flipped in game 3. They were up 2-0 in the series. They were up 3-1 in the game in game 3. And what the fuck did they do in game 3? They pissed it away, and now they're on the verge of losing four
Yeah, but
straight
like
to lose the series.
even in overtime in that series, at least they were getting scoring chances. Like they
Okay,
scored to
fair.
tie it up. They had a little fight in them.
But they
They had a
didn't.
couple breakaways and then a fucking blooper from Brad Marchand.
Okay, fair.
But the last game and this game, like getting shut out, on your way to getting shut out now, there's 3 minutes left and you're still down 6-0. Just the it's one thing if you're going to lose game 5. It's a total different ball game the way they played this game.
Can't
From
even
puck drop, it was terrible defensive coverage, couldn't make a pass. Like just brutal. Just absolutely brutal. And yeah, you're still in it. You still have a game on Friday. You have a chance to redeem yourself and send it back to Toronto for game 7.
Yep.
But what would make me believe that you're going to win this series after watching
God. I'm sorry. The momentum in the Leafs fans, I'm sorry.
There's like 3.5 minutes left in a playoff game while we're recording this. And the building is empty.
I'm sorry, Leafs fans, Leafs Nation, whatever. This series flipped in game 3 when the Leafs had a 3-1 lead in the game and could.
But don't cry on that.
I'm not crying on it. I'm just being.
That's what it. Yeah, it flipped at that time, but you still had your opportunities.
Of course they did, but like this is where it went wrong. This is where it went wrong. They played fucking balls out in game 3, Chad. The game 3 in Florida, they were fucking.
That first period, they were unreal.
Oh, they looked incredible, but they couldn't hang on, and they let Florida back, and then Florida came back, and then game 4, we know what happened there, and then here we are tonight, game 5, the most important game of the series, and look what is fucking happening. Ass kicking, just not even men against fucking boys, dude. Yeah. Men against boys. Like it's not even remotely close at this point. So sorry to rain on anybody's fucking parade here, Leafs Nation. Chad and I are as fucking diehard as they come, wanting this fucking Toronto Maple Leafs team to fucking win. Finally, get over the hump and fucking win. I'm sorry. I'm running out of faith with these guys, the core guys. I love Knies, of course. There's parts of this team.
We get it. We get it. Right? Matthews, Marner, we get it. We all understand. It's been the same fucking thing for 9 years. We understand.
Too many.
We could just play an old podcast from last year, the year before. We said the same thing at the end of that. We've had enough of it. We're done. There's something fundamentally wrong. And a lot of people are going to point to that game 3 and be like that's where you blew it. And
Well,
sure, that is where it happened. But you had a chance. You had a chance in game 4 and you had a chance in game 5 and you didn't even show up.
is there a Mary Swanson here, or you don't think
Oh, they
so?
just scored.
Oh, well, great. Great.
So now it's 6-1.
Okay,
And there's
well,
a big fight happening in front of the net. I would you know what? Take someone out before the next game.
oh, fuck, lay Bennett out,
Yeah,
Tkachuk hasn't even done anything anyways, but
can't move. But yeah, I'm just I don't even know if I can have the conversation again. If they lose on Friday or if they don't win this series, I don't know if I can have the conversation again about the core.
do you
I
see
don't want to do it.
do you see okay, maybe I'll get into this. Let's go into this one first, and maybe I'll get into game 6 a little bit later. Like, for me, they had 2 years to prepare to beat the Florida Panthers, okay? They got beat by the Panthers in 2023 in the second round of the playoffs, and they got fucking dummied. It looks like they're about to get fucking dummied here.
The games were actually closer in 2023 than they were this year.
Okay, but the series, okay,
the
fair.
series was over in 5, but
Fair.
3 games went to overtime, and there were no goals scored. Every game was 2-1, 3-2.
That's fair.
They didn't have a 4-0 loss or a 6-1 loss.
Okay, but my point here is that they lost that series. Florida went on to compete for the cup and lose, and then the next season Florida went on to compete for the cup and win. So here you are in a dance with the Stanley Cup champions, 2-time cup finalists in the second round. We all knew, Chad, that the Atlantic ran through fucking South Florida. We all fucking knew that. So they've had 2 years to prepare to beat the Florida Panthers, and this is what we get. 2 years. I know, new coach Berube, first year on the job, new GM.
That's what I'm saying.
All
the ingredients have changed.
Okay.
You've put in all the ingredients that you thought could beat the Florida Panthers, but there's one thing that remained the same.
Okay.
The core.
Okay. So.
Well, I mean, if they don't win this series, because they still have a chance. If they play like this again,
Mary Swanson.
If they get beaten game 6 or game 7, and they lose the series,
which is likely.
We're all going to be talking about these guys can't do it. And they never will. No, and I think at some point, from the top down, from Shanahan down, you got to clean house. You have to make a big change in the organization.
Okay.
Don't you?
Oh, fuck, 100%. 100%.
Look, coming into this game last 2 days, all anyone talked about, this is a big game for these guys. This is a season-changing game. Everything's on the line. Sportsnet's been playing Lay It on the Line every fucking commercial.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious that you just said that, because I was actually going to talk about that.
But these guys did not lay it on the line.
Okay, I was literally, the next thing out of my mouth was going to be, I love that commercial too, by the way. I love that song.
I don't love it every time. Every time it goes to break.
Who sings that song, Lay It on the Line? Sorry to put you on the spot, but I can't think of who it is. It's not Foreigner, is it? Is it?
It might be Foreigner.
Maybe it is. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, no, I don't think it's Foreigner. But anyway, you can look it up, whatever. But
Triumph.
That's right. So look, Triumph,
Foreigner. It's all the same.
It's all the same. What a band, Triumph, though. But that song is incredible. I love that song, and I love the commercials. I absolutely love that they're using that song, the NHL, Lay It on the Line. You want to talk about laying it on the line? Yeah, there's one team that consistently does not do that, and it's the fucking blue team, the blue and white team, the Toronto Maple Leafs. Lay it on the line.
I can't wait to hear the post-game shit.
Oh no, I can't even. I won't even be able to turn it on.
But you're right, man. They can't lay it on the line. But my point was about that song being played is that you still have another chance to lay it on the line. You have a game 6 to lay it on the line.
Yeah, they do.
But for 9 years, you haven't laid it on the line.
there's several teams right now that are laying it on the line. Edmonton would be at the top of my list right now. For you want to talk about, I thought Edmonton was dead in the water, man. Down 2-0 against the LA Kings after the season that LA had. I'm like, these guys are fucking toast. They put in fucking Calvin Pickard 4 straight, and then he gets hurt. Skinner comes back, and now they're up 3-1 against Vegas. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, it's the Edmonton story is crazy, but anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
I love
game's over. Leafs lose 6-1. That's
6-1.
That's the official final. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of dirty
6-1
stuff in the last couple minutes, but
sure. Well, the Leafs are trying to like show some fight. I appreciate that, but I'm sorry. In a 6-1
could have
game,
tried when the puck dropped at 7 o'clock.
that's it, boys. Like the game, like you might not want to wait until 9:58 until, or whatever the fuck time it is right now, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, you
until
might not want to wait till you're down 6-0
no,
to start to show a little life.
no. The game
Same
was
with-
over. The game was over at when I saw the first puck go in. I'm like, okay. And we'll get to the Matthews here. We'll get to Matthews here in a second. But then when I saw the second one go in, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I texted you. I'm like, Wall has to be perfect here, or this is over. Like, and he wasn't. And
Nope.
I'm not, by no means am I blaming this on Joseph Wall. They couldn't score. They couldn't fucking score again. So tonight it was a combination of like Wall was good in the first early, and then a couple go by him and they couldn't fucking find a goal. And it's a combination of like, sure, puck's going in the net, can't find one. And it's like, here we go. Here we go again.
Yeah.
Aerosmith. Same old song and dance.
Yeah, it's just Wall was good, but the team in front of him was terrible. Like, I don't understand where the Toronto Maple Leaf team went from games 1 and 2.
It's
Like
crazy.
the
right?
way they were,
Dude, I thought game
out.
3. I thought game 3 was the best game.
Yeah,
was
sorry,
their
and
best
game
game.
3. I have to say game 3 too. Sorry, but the way they boxed out Florida, the way they got to pucks first, the way they dumped and chased and just got in on it. Where is that team? What happened? Like, I know you lost the overtime game, and that's heartbreaking, but you're still up 2-1 in the series. And then I guess Florida changed their game a little bit, and you can't adjust at all. You just fall apart. What the hell happened? How do you go from what we watched in the first 3 games to what we've seen the last 2?
I don't know. I don't have the answers. If anybody does, please let us know. Because
honestly, if they had won game 3 and still lost 4 and 5, though, and it was 3-2 Leafs right now, I would still think that they're going to blow this series.
Yep. You're bang on. 100%. Absolutely agree with that. 100%. I'm going to go into a little bit harder here right now. Okay. A little bit harder.
On what?
I just feel we've been a little too nonchalant off the top.
Well, it's not nonchalant because the series isn't over.
It's not over, but is it not over? Like, I mean, it's over. I don't think
they got killed tonight.
I don't think.
But I mean, it wouldn't be the first time in history that a team gets slaughtered in a game and then comes back and wins the next one.
They might go down to Sunrise and win game 6, but do I think deep down in my core Leafs fandom that the Leafs are going to beat Florida 2 straight games to win the series? No, I'm sorry. I don't. I think tonight was so huge. You know how big tonight was as well as I do. And look at how the end result here. I'm sorry, man. Like, I believe this series is over now. Like, I think they had to have it because Florida was going to get one of the next 2. That's what I looked at. Like, Leafs win this game, maybe it goes 7 and the Leafs pull it off. Now that they lost game 5, I'd maybe it. Of course, there's a fucking chance. Like, I'm not saying there's not, but the likelihood of them beating Florida 2 straight games now, the way that the Panthers look, it's not pretty. It's not pretty.
Yeah, and the way the Leafs look.
Exactly. Florida stepping it up, looking like defending Stanley Cup.
And the Leafs taking a step back.
And the Leafs,
it's crazy.
The Leafs looking like the Leafs.
And you know what? You'll hear a lot of excuses. You're going to talk about how Bennett took Stolars out and how there was some dirty plays. And a lot of people saying that, like, oh, Florida can only win if they take out their best players. That has nothing to do with the way they played.
No, didn't help
Nothing to
though.
do. It didn't
But
help, but it wouldn't matter if who you had in net or what was going on the ice if you play like you did today.
100%.
What I just can't. I
Okay.
don't understand. I
I
don't understand how you come out and play like that. I don't
No,
get it.
no, I don't understand
get it.
either. I have to go to
You don't
like
have to go to anything.
I have to go to this. 34. And I'll throw 16 into. I would
16
combine
was brutal tonight. He
I
was
I would
absolutely brutal.
I would combine both of them into what I'm about to say here.
Okay.
Not a clutch bone in their body. Not a clutch bone in their body. Not as long as they've been playing for this team. I know Mitch won a Memorial Cup with the London Knights and whatever. I don't know what Austin did. He chose not to play in the OHL, went overseas,
Just
whatever.
As Toronto Maple Leafs, they've done nothing clutch.
Not a clutch bone in either one of those guys' body. This is where I'm going to go a little off, but I'm going to still try to play it cool. I think they made a monster mistake putting the captaincy on Austin Matthews. That's I'm going there. This guy
isn't over yet.
I know it's really. Is it not?
Well, I'm just saying they could win game 6 and then there could be a game 7 where anything can happen.
You want to put
that's possible.
Okay, it's possible.
You're going to sit here I think you should save this stuff until the series is over.
You want
to get into it and you want to be like Matthews doesn't have clutch and he can't do it and the shit. But if they win the next 2 games, and I'm not saying that I think it's going to happen, but if they win the next 2 games, you're gonna have to eat your words. So I would save it, and if they blow it, then bring it up.
I would be more than happy to eat it, but after what I saw,
that's what she said.
I would be more than happy to eat it, brother. But after what I saw tonight, there's not any part of me, absolutely zero. I hope they do win game 6 and force game 7. I hope they do. But I'm sorry. After what I just saw,
they give you no hope after this game.
This absolute pathetic dog shit effort tonight. After what I just saw tonight, and 16 and 34, especially when they needed to have a fucking game.
Did the exact opposite. The exact opposite.
So there's no part of me that is like, oh,
were they on for the first 4 goals? Because that was the backbreaking. They were on the ice for 3 of them. Right? Lawton tipped one into his own net. Matthews coughed one up. Marner did the spinorama at the blue line right to Florida. The backhand no look spinorama and then didn't cover his man. And then I'm pretty sure they were on the ice for the 4th one, or that was the 4th one. No, Bennett scored the 4th one.
Look,
I'm just saying, what kind of a performance is that?
No, I'm not saying that Austin shouldn't be the captain. I'm just saying it probably was the wrong move at the wrong time. Is it a coincidence that they put the C on Austin and he had the worst fucking year of his career? Or I know there's
I see what you're saying. The pressure.
I know. Well, I know there's a lot of injury things going around, whatever. But we talked about that last podcast. I don't give a fuck if he's injured or not. I don't give a shit if Austin Matthews is fucking injured. Show up for a big game, dude. I don't care what's going on. Just show the fuck up. I don't know, man.
They got one chance on Friday.
They do, but okay, we can get more into wearing the C conversation, I guess, after that. But here's what I'm just going to get into point fucking blank right now about 34 specifically.
Okay.
The first goal directly, he had a brutal turnover behind his own net that led to the Panthers' opening goal. Just what the fuck was he doing? That was a nonchalant play, Chad. He just in a game.
That was a Wednesday night in January play.
Oh, that's not a game 5.
The game was full of plays like that.
Yeah,
the whole game. Their defense, they played this game. Yeah, they played this game like it was a Wednesday night in February, and the bird was ready and waiting to take you home after.
When the Leafs had their first power play, so the Austin Matthews brutal turnover in his own end behind the goal line that led to Florida's first goal. Toronto's first power play of the night, he had another brutal fucking turnover. It didn't lead to a goal, but like he's doing things. Like, where's his mind at right now? It's lost. It's lost. It's lost. His mojo is completely fucking gone. Anything that this guy had as a superstar is non-existent right now. Is it not? This guy's making fucking dumbass fucking plays all over the fucking
He can't
ice.
even keep the puck on his stick. He's fanning on shots. He's missing the net.
Did he have one good scoring? Did he have one good scoring chance tonight?
No. The one time I thought he might have a chance, he came out to do a wraparound and lost the puck. I'm just like, what is going on? And the same goes with 16 too. Same goes with 16. Breathe. But just like I'm saying, they could come back and they could win this series. I don't think it's going to happen, but they could.
Okay.
But like tonight, the two of them.
Brutal. Again. Brutal. Again.
It was a write-off.
Absolute fucking write-off. Okay. Like I could spend the next 5 minutes, 10 minutes talking just about 34 and 16, but but easily. But let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's go to no adjustments by the head coach. Too little, too late. He finally made adjustments when it was a 4-0 fucking hockey game, man. I was texting you after the first period when it was 2-0 fucking Florida. I'm like, you have to split up Mitch and Austin. Do it now. Do it fucking right now. It's not working. What I'm like, if Berube comes out with the fucking same fucking lineup, the same lines in the second period, I'm gonna lose my shit. What did he? How the second period start?
Exactly.
How the second period start? Yeah, and it was 4-0 like that.
Yeah.
No fucking adjustment.
He wasn't even doing in-game adjustments. Like he wasn't even line matching that hard. He was just kind of rolling 4 lines and getting steamrolled by the Panthers. I don't know. And why he didn't make changes, I don't know. We were both texting back and forth. We were texting before the game that they should not have Matthews and Marner together.
Neither one of them are going, but you're keeping them together with the guy on the other.
But now it's rubbing off on Nyes. Now Nyes is looking tired because he's carrying the fucking weight of that first line.
Oh, God, he's
like, you need to get Nyes going. I liked it when he had Nyes with Nylander because I'm like, okay, well, at least he's, both of them are going. Anyway, too little, too late, man.
Too little, too late. That's it.
What's he going to do for game 6?
I better do. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised because he's so old school. Berube.
He'll take out the guys like Robertson and Kampf are out.
Yeah, of course.
He'll bring back the other guys.
Holmberg and Yarncroc draw back in. Of course.
Yeah.
After this fucking shit show, of course, those two guys draw back in. But that's not enough. That's not enough. I don't know how I want the top 2 lines to look, or if even the third line really, but I don't want it to look like it's looked for the last 2 fucking games. I'll tell you that. The Mitch Austin thing, it's not clicking. Switch it. And like we said, when he finally did make a move, it was fucking too little, too late. Like, he should have saw that it's 2-0. Don't wait until it's 4-0 to make the fucking move. Make the move when it's 2-0. You're kind of already dead when it's 2-0. So what?
Well, they were dead because they only ended up scoring 1 goal.
No, I know. Like, once I saw that second puck go in, I'm like, okay, fuck, it's over. Yeah. They're done. They're like,
I'm surprised they even got a goal. I think I said to you, they're going to get shut out tonight.
Yeah,
100%. Like, it just felt that way. They couldn't get anything going.
You said you'd be surprised if they even got a goal tonight, and they barely did.
Yeah, well, they only did because by that point it's 6-0, and the game was getting rough and out of hand and sloppy. If Florida had kept playing the way Florida was playing, they wouldn't have even got a goal. But just the whole, from the coach to the players, especially the stars,
not good enough.
Not even close, man.
No,
you can't do this.
Sad, really. It is sad, really. Yeah. Like,
if we were coming on here right now and we were starting this podcast right now, and they had lost 3-2 in overtime,
sure,
or they had a hard fought game, and even if they had got shut out again, but Bobrovsky stood on his head and they lost 2-0 or something like that, we'd come on and we'd be heartbroken and we'd talk about maybe you can do it in game 6. But that
The effort.
is there another team? I guess maybe Winnipeg. But is there another team in this playoffs that has shit the bed like that?
No, I don't
Not like
know.
that.
The effort is the main problem. The effort.
Yeah. Is it
Like-
effort or is it like, what is it? Is it just like nerves? Is
It
it not
can't-
being able to rise to the occasion?
I think it's all the above. I think
It's
it's
everything.
I think it's everything. I think it's everything. We can get into some bigger picture stuff if they lose on Friday. Even if they lose on Sunday, if it gets to Sunday, I'm not convinced it does. I kind of think they're dead in the water right now, but we'll see what happens. But just so much shit tonight that I hated. I hated that the lack of adjustments by the coach. I hated the lack of, again, no show by specifically 16 and 34.
No jump.
Like,
No jump in their game at all.
So I guess we've kept this pretty for how hot I am right now. And
I know. I'm trying to cool you down because we got to do another one on Friday.
I know.
If this was the series, I'd let loose. But
I kind of feel like it is, but like I'm not there right this second. Could they go into Sunrise and win on Friday? Of course they fucking can.
But
So
that's in the Ottawa series when they lost Game 5. The way they lost the 4-0 and they went down, and Ottawa creeped to 3-2.
You did kind of jinx them on the Game 5 thing, by the way.
I did. I shouldn't have said that. But you jinxed him with the Matt Murray thing, so we're both to blame. But anyway, I after that we did the podcast after Game 5, and we both kind of let loose a little bit, and then I felt kind of stupid because then they just took care of business in Game 6, which they should have.
Yeah.
So this time around, I'm like, all right. I want to let loose, but I'm just going to reel it in.
It feels different though.
If they get because they got their ass kicked tonight.
Like this ain't Ottawa, baby. This ain't Ottawa.
And this was like, there have been some games where the Leafs have had their ass kicked. This was an ass kicking of epic proportions.
This feels like if I'm in the Leafs locker room right now, or if I'm in the Florida locker room right now, like. It's so drastic. Like the Florida dressing room now is like, yeah, these guys are fucking toast. And I honestly think in the Leafs dressing room right now, there's a lot of guys that are thinking, oh, we can't beat these guys. We can't beat these guys.
And the problem is that it's the guys you pay the most money that are thinking that.
100%.
Because I know there's guys on this team that are thinking.
Benoit was awesome. McCabe looked like there was a handful of guys that looked pretty.
The defense this was the worst game the defense has played.
Okay, but like, did it not look like there were some guys there that were like, what?
Yeah, like Nylander had some jump tonight, got away on a few breakaways. JT was digging. Pacioretty did not have a good game. Matthew Nyes doing what Matthew Nyes does, pay the man.
Yep.
But when your stars look like they would rather be anywhere else than on the ice playing, that's a big problem. And that's what I found tonight. And then when they would show the bench, like, I don't know, they're always looking at the scoreboard and they're always like huffing and puffing like life's so rough. And then they show Florida's bench, their stars, they're grinning, they're focused, they're chirping, they're engaged in the game. I don't see that from 34 and 16 ever.
No, you're 100% right.
Well, guess what, boys? You have one more game. Hopefully you get it, because if you don't, I'm telling you, Mitch Marner probably just played his last home game as a Toronto Maple Leaf.
100%. I was going to say that, but we'll wait until Friday night, or we'll wait until Sunday night to get into some big picture stuff. We'll see what happens here. We got a Mary Swanson. If anybody doesn't know what Mary Swanson is, Dumb and Dumber.
What do you think? A guy like you and a girl like me getting together.
1 in a million. So you're saying there's a chance. I love that. Let's go out on that. But I
wonder what the odds are for the Leafs to win this series now.
Not good.
Because after Game 3, they were pretty heavily favored on like betting apps. I bet it's so down now.
I missed the Leafs money line tonight, and I thought it was going to be under. I also missed that. It went over. So
yeah,
I will never bet on the Toronto Maple Leafs ever again in my life. It will not happen ever. Not as long as these guys are playing for the team.
Our buddy Rusty, he texted me his parlay because he told me, he's like, Leafs are going to win tonight. He's not even a Leafs fan. I thought they were going to win. He picked Leafs to win, under 5.5 goals.
That was
Mitch Marner to get a point.
Oh, I didn't take the Mitch thing, but I had the other two.
So he went
and I lost.
0 for 3 on that one.
Yeah, 0 for 3. Okay,
Anyway.
so just last thing, I'll go out on this here. Game 6, Florida, Friday night. Anthony Stolarz, it's got to be, right? Has to be. Has to be.
Is he ready?
Doesn't matter.
It kind of matters.
He's been on the ice, so clearly he's not like in bed or sick, or
if he's cleared. If the doctors give him the go ahead, he's in. I mean, after tonight, Joseph Woll got pulled. There's no reason not to go back to Anthony Stolarz. Nope. You do something with the lines. You break up Matthews and Marner.
Have to.
You have to. You cannot trust them to work this shit out. It's been 9 years. It's been 9 years. We've been doing this podcast since 2018. Friday will be the latest in the season we've ever seen this core play. Game 6 in a round 2.
Oh, we're getting close. May 2-4 weekend this weekend, right? Coming up. So
that's embarrassing.
It is. It's sad, man. But I truly believe that they have to look at Stolarz and be like, we need you, man. You have to play. You have to fucking play. That's it. Like, if you're healthy enough to be on the ice and like taking shots and whatever, your head's clearly like, he's not so out of it that he can't be on the ice. I know he hasn't taken part in like official team practice, but he's not so out of it that he's not on the ice, like taking shots and whatever. I think they have to go to Stolarz here and be like, Stoli, we need you Friday night. You have to play. You have to fucking play. Okay. I'm just gonna say
we get it. If he's ready, he'll play. Like, you can't just throw him in the net if the doctor's like, he's still suffering from concussion symptoms. You can't be like, well, Stoldy, you gotta play. You can't put him in. But if Chad, the doctors clear him, he's playing.
Would he be on the ice now if he was still suffering from concussion symptoms?
Big difference between cleared to practice alone on the ice with the goalie coach and play in the game where someone could do another Bennett to your head or it's a big difference.
Can they win with Woll and net on Friday night?
I mean, can they? Yeah, they can.
And I'm not pinning this on Woll. That's not what I'm saying.
Would they have a better chance? They'd have a better chance with Stolarz in net, but they can win with Woll.
Would you not feel a hell of a lot better going into game 6, knowing that Stolarz is back and he's starting?
Yeah, that would make me feel better, but I'd feel a whole lot better if the fucking guys we pay all the money to, and I shouldn't even say that. If 16 and 34 showed up on Friday, I'll feel a lot better. If I see 34 rip one home in the first 5 minutes, I'll feel a lot better.
What are the chances of that happening?
What do you say the chances of a guy like you and a girl like me getting together?
Like it is overdue though, right? That's the only thing that's keeping me a little bit like it's so overdue. It's like it has to fucking happen eventually, right?
Isn't it like so overdue that you're thinking it's not meant to happen?
It's not. Yeah. You're right. All right, let's go.
Anyway, listen. Listen, I can congratulate Dale for not completely losing his shit tonight.
No, I think it was pretty calm about.
You were really calm because we do have one on Friday night. just back on Friday night.
Hang on, Chad, just for a second, just before you wrap it up. Yeah. I was by myself watching the game, yelling at the TV. You can't score a fucking goal at the top of my lungs, yelling. You can't score a fucking goal. So I thought
it's all right. I was sitting next to my wife and they scored the second goal and I kicked the coffee table, like spilling everything on it. Cause that's just how it is sometimes.
I've had first period, second period, I was heated, brother. But as it got going and I knew they were going to lose, I kind of simmered a bit. I'm like, okay, well,
listen, everybody, Friday night, it's do or die. We'll either be coming back here talking about another blown season by this core, or we'll be setting up game 7 on Sunday back in Toronto. We won't know until after that. although we got a feeling. But until that time, you can follow us on social media at the Tip and Maple Leafs Podcast. You're watching this on YouTube. Hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment. And until next time, I'm Chad.
I'm Dale.
We will
lay it on the line. Thanks for watching. Oh, was that not it?
Yeah, that's it. But I just don't want to hear it anymore.
Yeah, I love the song, so we'll see. And they need to wait. This is it. Lay it on the line, boys. Like, yeah, I thought I would have saw that tonight. Didn't happen. We'll see what happens on Friday night. Either the Leafs are being sent packing, or we force a Game 7 on Sunday night. Should be very interesting. I'm not sure which way to lean here. I am leaning one way. I don't really want to say it. I think everybody knows it. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. Oh, man. Is this happening again? I don't know. Is this happening again? What's going to happen? What's going to happen?
Dude, it's been happening. It's been happening for 9 years.
You tell, I want you, before we go, you tell me your prediction. What's going to happen here? Are we going 7 or are we not?
I have 2 predictions, one from my heart, one from my head.
Mm-hmm.
My heart says the Leafs are going to dig down deep and pull out a win, force a Game 7, and then lose.
Mm-hmm.
My head says they've already checked out and Florida's going to take it to them on Friday.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that, brother. I would love a semi. I would love to get a semi rocking here. Anyway, guys, we'll see what happens on
Catch you later.
Friday. We'll see what happens on Friday and then potentially Sunday. We got to deal with Friday first. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll catch you later. You're listening to the Tip in Maple Leafs podcast with your hosts, Chad and Dale.